Well, I'm going live for the first time on the Total Tutor Neil Haley page. You can like my page, share it, do all the different things you can for sure. Excited again, 1 o'clock in the morning, entrepreneur continuing to burn the midnight oil leading into almost the end of the year. You can check me out on Twitter at TotalTutor, neilhaley.com, and all these different exciting places. And also subscribe, like, share, all that, because I'm going to provide a lot of value for you. But I wanted to kind of tell you a story first about how I became an entrepreneur. But if people do chime in, please ask questions. Why am I doing it on this page now? Tell me why am I doing it on this page instead of what I did before? I chose this because I wanted an opportunity. I wanted to have the ability to communicate with other people. I wanted the ability to have the opportunity to interact with others and so ask questions throughout the story. Now, the story kind of goes into a situation where I was a school teacher, and I decided I'm going to take this shot. I'm going to go ahead and start tutoring. And then from there, I said, oh, this is something interesting. You know, going from house to house, working with kids, seeing such great progress. I'll go from one student to around 30 or 32, and I did it during a summer, and I was just absolutely impressed. I said, wow, this is something empowering. Well, I continued to tutor. I hired some tutors throughout that time, but I was never a full-time entrepreneur. Well, I decided to become that full-time entrepreneur when I still wasn't there yet when St. Agnes School, where I taught, decided to merge with St. Benedict the More, and I said, okay, I am now going to take the shot. I'm going to go work for myself. Well, I did have to go work for somebody else at first, and it was really interesting what happened once I did that. I was like kind of amazed and shocked in so many ways that I had to work for other people, and I did work with a lot of interesting people and develop and still was running my tutoring program. During that time, I learned a lot about entrepreneurship. I learned from some very great entrepreneurs, studied, understood them, did whatever I can to learn from them, and learned. This is the big thing. Any opportunity you have, regardless if it's your own business or working for somebody else, learn, educate yourself, become better at what you do, whatever you're doing and working. If you can do that, trust me, it's going to make life so much more easier and more success if you can learn from every experience, mistakes, whatever it is. Learn from them. Don't give up. Never give up in so many ways. And so I hope that everyone goes ahead and likes this. What I'm going to do is now start to provide value. I'm going to kind of go into the stories of my entrepreneurship, first with tutoring, to now my social media and branding company I have over, and my radio network, doing all those stories. Then I'm going to provide what I do for my clients. Provide coaching, teach them social media, all that. I'm going to provide all that for you right here on my Facebook Lives every day. But I have to kind of continue that story. So make sure you share it, like it, do whatever you can in that process. So when I was tutoring and building my radio network, and I'll have to go into that story at one point in time, when I was doing all that, I learned from so many people. And I learned about networking. I learned about a lot of things that I did not learn in the professional wrestling business. Stuff I never learned in other types of brand opportunities. I never learned these things. So I constantly continued to learn. And what I learned in one experience, I take and share with my clients and everybody. And it's really, really interesting. So when I was doing my tutoring business and hiring tutors and doing these specific things, I was doing social media and branding for a client. It was an employee type of a relationship, learning Twitter, learning all the specific ins and outs of what social media was. When I finally decided to go on my own, that is when everything took off. And I'll tell a little bit about that story. But for people to say, who am I? Why am I on Facebook Live? Well, I have a lot of different pages, and I decided I'm building this page right now because I want to bring value to you, bring opportunity, and teach you. What I think's happening did you know that, again, the coaching business is a $15 billion business, coaching people for business. And a $1 million business, which is just unbelievable, is life coaching. And what I see in every kind of trainings and seminars, they're lacking the ability to teach. And that's one thing that I bring. That's why I still call myself the Total Tutor. I still have a tutoring consulting business, but I try to provide that in everything. So what nuggets can I give you today for the short live video? Because my clients, they're putting me out there, holding me accountable, saying, hey, you're telling me to go Facebook Live, Neil. You better do it. And now I am. But here's the few nuggets that you can take from this little interesting situation. Every time you have an experience in life, you take that experience and grow from it and learn from it. So your next opportunity, you can excel at something. I was able to do that booking for special guests. I was able to do that by learning how to use Twitter and Facebook to grow a huge audience of over 3.5 million people follow my social media. And I was able to do all that stuff by just learning from others. The other thing I took is that never, ever see an opportunity and just say, I'm not going to do this. This is not for me. I'm sticking to this one thing. When the opportunity knocks, you go after it. So make sure you like my page. Follow me on Twitter at TotalTutor, also at TotalRadioNet, NeilHaley.com, Neil S. Haley on Facebook. You want to friend me? All my pages, like this page, like my YouTube, like Google Plus, all the different places, Instagram. I'm all over the place. So check me out. Tomorrow, we'll talk about part 2 of my journey, how I was in a tutoring and consulting business and decided to start a social media branding company. You're going to learn why that is, and then I'm going to start bringing you value. I'm going to tell you how I took 2 businesses with no funds, $0, and have grown it into a full-time income. So check me out again tomorrow on Facebook Live, probably late at night, but check me out. Take care, guys.